Alright lads, so with the introduction of these 6th anniversary characters, I think it's now the best time to start talking about some of the best characters of the game. It's been a very long time personally since I've done any kind of top 10 list and also a tier list. Now in the coming days I'm still preparing a tier list for you lads in case you are wondering, but in anticipation of that, I'm gonna feed you lads with a top 10 list of the 10 best characters in Bleach Brave Souls. Pretty much this is just every piece of content. These are the 10 characters that you just want to have to collect content, whether that's epic raids, co-op, PvE, or even arena. These are your 10 best characters. This list in general was quite easy to put together because of how many good characters there are, but ranking them on who's better than the other is a bit tough. And do keep in mind, before we even do jump into the list, is that all these characters, whether I say one is better than the other, they all have their own time to shine. They all shine in their own different place. So just having one of them isn't going to be good. You want to make sure you have all of them. That being said, let's jump straight into the list. Starting off the list at number 10, who better than the character that created an entirely new meta, the Flurry Guard Break meta. So this character, being a ranged character with Flurry and also Guard Break, allows him to be one of the better NAD characters in the game. That combination of skills is something that you're going to see later on in the list and how it can get even better. It's such an overpowered combination of being able to sit back from afar, do damage to enemies in front of you, keeping yourself safe, while at the same time pretty much never having to use your strong attacks. Now if you did want to use Tokinada's SA2, you can always do that because it is a boost type of strong attack, buffing your entire team's attack, focus and defense by 33%. And then it doesn't end there, he does come with a 10-second enhancer, therefore increasing the boost by 20%, which you then can use your Soul Bomb to transform, weaken the enemies, and then use the SA2 again because your strong attacks have now reset. You're doing more damage, and you can keep the boost active for a longer period of time without the need of having to use strong attack recharge links. Tokinada also comes with a 45% normal attack damage buff and 100% immunity to paralysis, therefore making him one of the better characters for the Rain Cyber Week of Guild Quest. So there you have it, starting off the list with a bang, Can't Feet on World Tokinada. Continuing on the Flurry Guard Break meta, we also have the character that pretty much outclassed Tokinada, that being the 1000-year Bloodworm Masaki. Now this character is basically Tokinada, but better. Masaki comes with very similar skills, that being Flurry and Guard Break, but she comes with the added bonus of being able to have poise, therefore negating any kind of stagger effect when you get hit by an enemy. She also comes with hit an enemy chance 100%, making it so no enemy is going to be able to hide from her attacks, and at the same time she also provides her entire team with a shield and a boost, boosting their attack by 33%, while also giving them a one-hit shield, making it a pretty good support, but at the same time being a massive powerhouse in terms of damage, because with Flurry she also comes with an 80% bruiser. That is absolutely insane, and you can see the power creep going from Tokinada to Masaki, as Masaki just has more survivability, more skills going for her, and also more significant damage. She's the best support for the No Affiliation Week of Guild Quest, she's a must-have in Arena, and she's also one of the better autos in the game. You can't go wrong with a character like this, 1000-year Bloodworm Masaki. Upping the power creep once more, we have another ranged Flurry character in the form of Spirits Are Forever With You, Shiro. Now Shiro for the most part has everything that Masaki had, that being poise, a boost and a shield on his SA2, also a very high bruiser, that being at 80% with Flurry and Guard Break. This already is enough to make him one of the better characters in the game, but then it doesn't stop there, and he comes with even more hacks just to make this character pretty much unkillable. That being the skill Multi-Barrier +2, allowing him to get a 5-hit shield while giving his teammates a 3-hit shield, something that no other character can do in the game. At the same time, he also has Drain on all of his attacks but his SA2, making it so when he does inflict a status ailment against an enemy, he's now healing his HP back, making him pretty much unkillable. This character 1 out of 5 can auto pretty much every type of content in the game, especially hard co-op content that other characters before him kinda struggle against, even with Transcendence invested into them. This character is a massive powerhouse, being able to dish out a lot of no-attack damage, while at the same time just being even more unkillable compared to Masaki. He is by far the best NAD character this game has to offer, and I honestly will be very surprised to see how they're going to top this sometime in the future. あなたの気持ち
受け取りました。アブソリュートドラゴンショット。
Number 7, crashing her way into Bleach Brave Souls, we have Burn the Witch Noelle. Kickstarting the SP characters of this top 10, Noelle comes with many features that make her one of the best characters in the game. More specifically, looking at the strong attacks that she does have, she pretty much has the best kit you can ask for. SA1 is a 3000 length beam, albeit with a slow animation uptime, but it's still a good strong attack regardless. Her SA2 is a 960 in front of her, and her SA3 is a 1200 radius around her. Pretty much the best strong attacks you can ask for, and then she comes with some amazing skills, that being Havoc plus 20%, an 80% strong attack damage increase with the built-in recharge, and also Nullify range resistance, making her useful in 3 weeks of guild quests, while also being one of the better characters to use for the Mind Attribute Extreme co-op. So Noelle takes the 7th place spot as being one of the better characters in the game, as she's able to dish out a lot of strong attack damage, having one of the best strong attacks you can ask for in any type of character, having an amazing set of skills, and also being actually pretty good in arena, as she does come with extra built-in recharge. Number 6 is going to the Rukia that finally mastered her Bankai, that being the 1000-Year Blood War Round 14 Rukia. Now this is the character that could have been significantly higher had she been given one skill, that being Marauder. One thing you're going to see with a lot of characters going forward in this list, and also Noelle also having a similar skill, being able to ignore any kind of melee or range resistance. This allows those characters to be more useful in content because they can be used in more guild quest weeks, they can also be used more efficiently in extreme co-op. Now Rukia unfortunately does lack that, but she does have enough to make up for it that make her one of the best characters in the game, and had she picked up Marauder, she by far probably would have been at top 4. So Rukia comes with a lunge strong attack 1, a 960 in front of her, and a 1200 AoE around her when it comes to her SA3, being able to inflict freeze on everything with a 60% strong attack damage increase, an additional 20% extra damage to frozen enemies, makes her hit very, very hard. Now when you do use that transformation button, it does give you an increased chance to inflict a status ailment against any enemy in the game for those 10 seconds. This makes it very good in guild quests because you have an increased chance to inflict the status ailment. You can therefore stop your teammates from taking damage, allowing them to do more damage, and at the same time being able to use it in an IT. For example, you can use in any IT regardless of killer because she's dishing out enough damage, and she's always going to have that increased chance to inflict a status ailment, which is very important in IT because that's how you do more damage, it's how you kill enemies a lot faster. And if being able to dish out a lot of strong attack damage and also being able to constantly freeze any opponent that comes in your path isn't good enough for you, she also comes with freeze immunity, weaken immunity, and also a 20% stamina recovery every time you move into another room, giving her significantly more survivability when compared to other SP characters in her attribute. And then lastly, she also comes with 2 killers, that being a Rukia and a Spada, which does stack, so when you do go against a boss in guild quests, epic raids, or even a co-op, you're now doing 60% more damage to them if they are an Espada, which is just absolutely cracked. She is by far one of the better SP characters in the game, and had she been given Marauder, like I said, she would have been potentially fighting for top 3. Unfortunately she doesn't, but that's why she is number 6. Number 5 is going to the best speed character in the game, the 5th anniversary version of Byakuya. This character, while having a mediocre SA1 and 3, is still able to be one of the best characters in the game thanks to the skills and the SA2 that he does have. His SA2 being a 960 AoE in front of him, while having the added bonus of having a 50 hit vortex that tracks any enemy nearby. This and the fact that he does have sharpshooter, ignoring range resistance, and also having guard break, with the fact that he does have 2 PvE killers being Hollow and Sword Bomb, allows him to be used in 4 weeks of GQ, even 1 out of 5 when he's not even getting any kind of damage buffs. That's something that almost no other character can do because you're trapping them in that vortex, it stays up for a very long time, and by the time the vortex does end, you have to wait 2 or so seconds for your vortex to be back up again, keeping the guild quest opponent in a constant loop. And at the same time, if you're using this type of strong attack in co-op content, let's say there's 4 Byakuyas, you're almost never going to get hit because everyone's just going to be stuck in the vortex. It's an insane strong attack too, and it definitely definitely does carry his way up here. But he does come with some other redeeming factors, that being a 14% recharge Soul Link. He also comes with Bombardment and a 40% Berserker. The Bombardment essentially allows him to pretty much nuke any room in co-op, any room in any type of content, because you now do significantly more hits, significantly more damage. He is one of the few characters with Bombardment that has Frenzy and is able to nuke entire rooms of co-op that characters without Bombardment can't just do. He is a character that people trashed when he first came out, but slowly over time people started to realize the value this character brings to any type of account, and that makes him the best speed character in the game, and that is why he is number 5 on our top 10 list. Number 4 goes to the 5th anniversary version of Ichigo. This version of Ichigo on his release 1 year ago for the 5th anniversary was something that we'd never expected to see in this game. What a broken character. He comes with 2 killers, that being Hollow and Aaroniero. Now in addition to that, he also comes with an amazing set of skills. For example, 60% strong attack damage increase, 20% extra range on his strong attacks, 2 extra flash steps, and Marauder, giving him guard break and also ignore melee resistance. And then I didn't even mention his strong attacks just yet. His SA1 is a lunge forward, his SA2 is a 960 in front of him, and his SA3 is a charged strong attack, being able to nuke an entire room with just that strong attack alone. And then also he comes with weakening on all of his attacks. Weaken is by far one of the best status elements in the game, and having a 60% Berserker on top of being able to inflict weakening is just something that we never saw before until the introduction of this character. So with the skills that he does have, with the strong attacks that he does have, he's easily the best power character this game has to offer. Being able to collect content very easily and consistently, at the same time having a very fun kit, easily makes him the 4th best character in the game. Yeah. Coming in number 3, we have the 10 years later version of Ichigo, being again one of the better characters in the game. This 10 years later version of Ichigo comes with an amazing set of strong attacks and skills. Looking at the strong attacks, he has a 3000 length beam SA1, he has a 960 radius SA2 in front of him, which is also a boost strong attack, increasing the attack stat, focus stat, and defense stat of his entire team. And also for his third, he has a 1200 AoE around him. All of the attacks come out very, very quickly and very, very powerfully, because he does have a 60% strong attack damage increase when it comes to his skills. He also comes with Bombardment, allowing him to nuke even harder, allowing him to clear big co-op rooms that characters, again, without Bombardment just can't do. He has instant kill on his Soul Bomb. He comes with Enhancer, boosting his entire team by 20 seconds. He also has damage taken minus 16%, ensuring that if you do take damage, he always is going to have that natural inbuilt DR. And then he also has Sprinter plus 2, giving him that extra bit of speed that some characters just lack. Now, when it comes to his innate skills, he gets even better, because he also does get paralysis resistance and weaken resistance, giving him more survivability with the likes of the 1000-Year Blood War Rukia that did feature in the same banner. And then lastly, he does come with read Sorry dodges, allowing him to farm Hokyus a lot easier, but at the same time, and most notably, allowing him to basically one-shot 6th Anniversary Aizen, which is one of the more toxic characters in Arena. He himself, Ichigo, is also one of the more toxic characters in Arena, because he also comes with 11% evasion when you do take him to level 5 in Arena. So with a character like this that is able to dish out a lot of strong attack damage with the best essays in the game, a Sorry killer and Captain killer, so essentially when you do go against a boss that is a captain, you're pretty much one-shotting them, and this does apply in Arena, for example. Any captain that you go against, he's getting one-shotted by this Ichigo. He's one of the best characters in Arena, one of the best characters in Guild Quest, one of the best characters in just normal PvE content, and that pretty much makes him one of the best characters in the game, and that is why I have Daddy Ichigo, 1000 Year Around 14 Ichigo, at the 3rd best character in Bleach Brave Souls. Our Ichigo is taking the 2nd spot as one of the best characters in the game. The reason for this is because of everything this character has to offer. His SA1 is a traditional SA2, that being a vacuum vortex in front of him, his SA2 being a fast 960 AoE in front of him, and then his SA3 being a 1200 AoE radius around him, very similar to all the other characters we've talked about in the past. However, this character is able to inflict weakening and everything, has a strong attack damage increase at 60%, has Bombardment, increasing the attacks this Soul Bomb does do, which again, keep in mind, and his soul bomb does inflict weakening. He's one of the few characters in the game to have weakening plus bombardment. He also has havoc plus 20%, increasing the range in all of his attacks, marauder, making him more useful, and also poise, allowing him to not have any kind of stagger effect, which is very important in a lot of content, but more specifically in Arena, where this character does shine in. Because when it comes to Arena, he also picks up last ditch survival 100%, making him one of the more toxic characters in Arena, essentially making him one of the better characters in Arena, quite frankly, because when he does die, he can just revive and stall out the team from killing them, especially if you are going against free artwork Ichigos. And it doesn't end there, lads, because when you look at his innate skills, he does have Sprinter plus 2, giving him that extra bit of mobility, but he also comes with Long Stride built in. So this character has Long Stride, 3 flash steps, poise, with last ditch in Arena, 60% strong attack damage increase, with weakening and everything, and bombardment. That just makes him, again, for the time of his release, was the best character in the game. It's absolutely unmatched. This character is absolutely insane. And then, just to put the cherry on the top, he himself is immune to every status element in the game. Nothing is going to inflate this character with status element. That is just... It's just broken. It's absolutely broken, and that is why he is the second best character in the game. And you might be wondering, how do you top this? Well, you're about to find out with the number 1 character. Finally standing alone at the top, without fear, the character that transcends everything, the 6th anniversary version of Aizen. This Aizen basically comes with the best strong attacks and skills you can ask for in any type of character. So looking at the skills he does have, the most noticeable ones is damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%, havoc plus 20%, hit the enemy chance 100%, sharpshooter, and also most notably frenzy plus 2. Frenzy plus 2 in combination of this full stamina damage allows him to be one of the hardest hitting characters in the game, and then it gets even better when you look at the strong attacks this character does have. So if you look at SA1, it's a 3000 length beam forward, but it comes with more width, so he's able to nuke even harder with that SA1. His SA3 is a 1200 full screen SA3, and then the best part about this character, his SA2, which is basically Byakuya's SA2. It's the 960 in front of him into the tracking vortex. But Aizen comes with the added effect of being able to inflict weakening and drain at the exact same time. So if you do inflict the stats element, inflicting both at the same time, you're doing more damage to them, while at the same time you're healing your stamina back. And keep in mind, lads, with the Frenzy plus 2, unlike Byakuya, who hits 50 times on that SA2, Aizen hits 75 times on that tracking vortex. It's insane. Essentially, if you use that SA2 on any type of group of enemies, you're healing all your stamina back to full. And that goes well with the skill that he does have, which is damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%. And then to make it even more insane, when you look at his innate skills, he does come with paralysis immunity, which is nice, but most notably, he has a 50% chance to dodge any Soripa character that hits him. 50%. So if you're going against Soripa enemies, or if you're using them in Arena, for example, if you get hit by a Soripa, there is a 50% chance you take no damage. It allows him to be basically the best SP auto in the game. You can pretty much auto hard content with a character like this, like Jusho, for example, who can auto content very easily, but that's what you expect when it comes to NAD characters. But with a character like this, that's able to clear content very fast, very consistently, being able to auto and stay at full stamina, is just absolutely insane. He's the best character in the game, there is no doubt about it, there's no competition, being one of the hardest hitting characters in the game, being the most toxic character in Arena, being able to heal, have massive crowd control. It's just insane, and I've been saying insane a lot in this video, but it just gets even more insane when you look at characters like this. And with that said, lads, that was the top 10 best characters in Bleach Brave Souls. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I spent a lot of time in this video. Again, this is just a warm-up for the tier list that I will be releasing in a couple of days' time. Make sure you guys are subscribed for that. We are shooting for 30,000 subscribers by the end of this month, which we're definitely going to do, but let's try and get it by maybe before the anniversary ends. So if you like this kind of video, make sure you show support by liking the video, comment down below if you disagree with anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.